first time I saw them building the Renaissance Center, that was crazy. That was like in the early '70s too. They was laying out the foundation. I think we was going to the Henry Ford Museum at the time, to some kind of orchestra. I think it was called the Detroit Orchestra at the time, and it was laying the groundwork to the Renaissance Center. And it was like, this is our future building in Detroit, Michigan. It was like, wow. And they had a picture of what it was going to look like back then. It was in the early '70s. I think I was in the first grade, first or second grade. So early '70s. That was amazing. Just like when I first went to Northland. When I first went to Northland, it was like a strip mall. It was an outside mall. I remember we used to go to Buster Brown. That was a hot shoe store for young kids back then. They had some real good shoes, Stride Rights, what was it called? Hush Puppies. People laugh at you now if you have some Hush Puppies, but back then that was the thing. Once they enclosed the mall, that's when you start to see entertainers coming in there. It was nice, even back in the '70s. Remember, I saw Ray Parker Jr. back in the '70s, late '70s. I think he was in that mall. That's the first time I ever seen a celebrity, I think, in a mall like that, in a mall setting. And, Northland was amazing. Everybody went to Northland. Anybody came from out of town, they always wanted to go to Northland because they had the hottest clothes. Somerset was a high place too, but it was very expensive. Northland was expensive too, depending on what kind of stores you went in. You know what I mean? I was young. Phillips shoes was real hot for older men back then. Back then, the mall was basically catering to men. It wasn't really catering to women. I guess because the men had the money back then, but over time it flipped. The mall was just basically about women. We had a few shops in the mall, but back then in the '60s and the '70s, it was mainly all the stores in the mall was catering to men. But the '70s was nice, so I loved the '70s. It was a lot of black freedom back then. We used to throw the fists up. Everything was cool. Or what was that? Show You Ride. Uh, the movies in the '70s was something else. Superfly was my favorite back then. I shouldn't have been watching the movies like that, but I used to sneak into a lot of things. Listen to Richard Pryor and Red Fox, Mom's Mabley, Mudbone, Pygmy. That's what it's like, Pygmy, Mark, uh, Rudy Ray Moore. I used to listen to all of that. I was a little kid. Uh, '70s was nice. Like I said, the movies, the Bruce Lee movies, Godzilla. I remember on Lauder, everybody used to run in the house during the summer. When we was out for summer break, they used to run in the house and watch Monster Week, Godzilla, Rodan, Ghidra. A lot of them old movies, like TV shows back then. Um, like I said, it was scary movies like Under the Stairs. Uh, we had Scream Theater back then, or The Ghoul. It was on Channel 20. What's crazy is Channel 62 used to have X-rated movies. I used to stay up and watch that too. Late at night when the TV getting ready to go off, because the TV used to sign off at a certain time at night back then too. Like these kids can watch TV 24 hours a day. Be on social media 24 hours a day. Back then, the TV signed off and we went to bed at 9 every night. Kids went to bed at 9, right after dinner or whatever. It's time to go to bed. But now it's different. But we didn't know what anything different back then. So there's nothing for us to just adapt to it. Go to bed, do what you're told. It's another thing. In the '70s, somebody down the street can see you doing something wrong, they can come tell your parents. Your parents will wear your ass out too. There was no disrespecting elders, teachers, police, nothing. It was a lot different back then.